Hey guys, what's up? I got nothing better to do right now, so why don't I show you what it looks like to overthink your training while going really, really slow. Uh, yeah, so where to start? This is a recovery week, so it's gonna be really fast and easy to cover. Um, and something that I do that's a little bit weird because, well, I'm not really getting that much faster, is I am mixing some gym days with my lifting. So, I just alternate one then the other. I found that if I do a gym day and try to ride on the same day, well, they both kind of suck. So, yeah, keep them separated. Um, Something that's not visible on here is I did do a 72-hour fast ending at 5 p.m. on Wednesday here. So, all of this, no food, just water and a little bit of salt, but mostly water. Um, on Tuesday, kept it real. Well, heart rate looks higher than it should be, but kept it really easy. Power was down at absolutely nothing. Was wearing a lot of layers, was trying to sweat as much as possible, and then I hopped into a hot tub after that for 20 minutes at 104 degrees. I know there are performance benefits to that and yada yada, but honestly, I do it because, well, I like being more vascular, and I've never had veins on my legs before I started doing that, and now I do. Um, was really, really weak on Wednesday, which makes sense. Hadn't eaten. Uh, Actually, on Monday, jumping back real quick, I was able to get a bit of a pump still. Wednesday, no pump whatsoever. So, got some food in that night, ate a good amount of food the next morning as well, and did get down to. You see, I went from 186 down to 181. I haven't put it in on here yet, but I'm 183 right now. So I did come back up a little bit, but you know, really peed out a lot of water and stuff. Anyways, tested out something I've been reading about LSCT, which is a type of submaximal testing. So I just went in to get a bit of a baseline, probably horrendously done. Um, you know, was under a bit of fatigue from the previous couple of days of not eating, and also, middle of a rest week, and I'd had caffeine before. You're not really supposed to have caffeine before it, as you can see. Weak numbers, but for me, not that bad. And then I did hop on the trainer and not trying to, you know, do any heat adaptation, this one, I think, just broke it up a little bit to try and get some riding in. Um, like it says, RPE 3, really, really simple, nothing. Gym again the next day. Didn't record the first set because I forgot to start it on my Garmin watch, but I know ballpark about where it would be. You can see the heart rate's a little bit higher than otherwise because it tends to take me a second to get my heart rate up on those. And then just more riding the trainer. Didn't even make it halfway through what I was really trying to do, time-wise at least. I just not big on riding the trainer, so undershot what I was aiming for a little bit. Not that TSS is the greatest metric ever, but I was aiming to try and be around like a 310, 320 TSS and was closer to like 281, but that doesn't take into account the fact that my sleep and HRV were all kind of garbage through here, and the stresses that come with, well, under fueling so much. But I've got the food back in me, and yeah, about ready to jump into the next week. So I'll scroll up a little bit here so that we can go over that as well. Um, Something I'm trying to do is, and this is a little embarrassing, but be fast enough to do a group ride by April. We're in the middle of February right now, so I am getting to the point where I'm doing less of uh, you know, metabolic type adaptations. I'm trying to get a little more event specific. So I'm doing some over unders followed by a hard effort, um, actually twice. And then just on what's an otherwise easy day, I just want to see what I can do for 5 minutes. Uh, the harder effort in both of these is supposed to be a 5 minute effort, and it is a lot harder than I can probably go. In fact, if, oh, here, let me pull it up. You can see it looks like, according to my numbers right now, I can only make it like a minute and a half through this effort, but kind of ballparking off of what I've seen other people do in terms of like watts per kilo past Cook's Corner. Because I know if I can make it up that, then I'll definitely be in the group of people I want to ride with. Um, you can see looking at my numbers, nothing too impressive over here, especially when you take into account my weight. But, you know, you got to start somewhere, right? Gym work on these is the same stuff I've been doing every week pretty much, trying to progress the load a little bit on my push and pull days, but it's not a big focus right now, so mostly just doing it so I don't lose too much muscle mass. I am starting to play around with some carb cycling. We'll see how that goes. I don't want to go into that too much until I have a bit of an idea of how it's affecting me. I am trying to kind of equate out to an overall weekly balance and then dispersing it a little bit differently between them, and that doesn't take into account uh sugar and my hydration. Not that 2 hour ride 1 hour ride 2 hour zone two ride, I don't need too many carbs in any of that, but still put some in. I mean, this is what, like 1,000, yeah, 1,000 kj roughly. I'll probably be a little bit over that. Just it'll probably take me a little bit longer than this says. So I didn't realize that auto populate at 90 g for me. I'll probably be doing closer to like 45, 40 grams an hour. But I may experiment with a little bit more. We'll see. So yeah. And then once I get around here, on this day, I'll kind of see how my legs are feeling, see if I need to make some adjustments for the following week. The week after that, though, is looking like it's going to be a little bit harder. So yeah, I'll go over this, tell you guys how I felt the end of next week, and then tell you what I'm thinking of doing next. Anyways, feel free to let me know what you guys think. Feel free to tell me my training's stupid or what you guys think I should change. And yeah, take care, everyone.